Wednesday. It's the 16th of April and I'm here for yoga. Today's yoga practice is going to be a 30-minute full body power yoga practice following Travis Elliott. So I hope that this one is going to be a good one. Um, this one is focused on strength and balance today. Um, Before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Pamela. If you haven't been here before, I've been doing yoga since the end of 2020. So I'm going on my 5th year of practicing yoga. I am not a certified yoga instructor. I consider myself a yoga enthusiast, a yoga practitioner, and I like to do yoga 6 days a week. I go live Monday through Saturday. So Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. and on Saturday, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. I encourage everybody that I know to do yoga because I think that it's so good for you. It helps in so many different ways. It helps to build your strength, your mobility, flexibility, stability, which as you get older, the older you get, the more important those things are. It's really good with pain relief and injury prevention. It's good for helping you to practice mindfulness, really just being present, enjoying the moment, not being distracted by, worries of the day, what's going to happen tomorrow, what somebody did to me yesterday, those types of things. It just helps you to free your mind and to be peaceful. And I just think there's nothing better than having peace in your life. And yoga, I just think, is good for your physical body. It's also good for your spiritual wellness, your mental health. It helps with stress relief, those types of things. So it's just good exercise all the way around. Yoga is just one aspect of my overall fitness routine. Um, I like it because it's good prep for everything else, because usually when you're doing yoga, yoga is a combination of balance and stretching and strength. And if I'm going to go do something else, I use yoga as my way to loosen up my body and to ready myself for the other things that I want to do. So if I want to go running or take a long walk or a hike or go play pickleball or something like that, I do that. It's also, I try to do strength training a few times, 2 to 3 times a week. And so there's different types of yoga that you can do. So I also try to incorporate yin yoga into my practice as well. I try to do that maybe at least once a week because that, really helps make your body pliable. It's usually a slow practice where you're holding poses for a long time and you're letting the gravity work your body and kind of like stretch you out. And so it's very, 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 very relaxing. So there's all types of different yogas that you can do and for different purposes, and it's good. I also love the fact that there are so many certified yoga instructors that are on YouTube that make their content available for free. So you don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to go, you don't have to pay somebody to do yoga. You can do it anywhere. All you need is a mat or a towel or something, and you can do it. You can do it in your bed if you want to. You can do it regardless of what your physical capabilities or limitations are. If you hurt your wrist, you don't have to give up yoga. You can just go and say, yoga for sore wrist or for a bad knee or for pain in my lower back or pain in my neck, and there'll be something that a yogi can instruct you help you practice through to relieve that pain or to still be able to get a good workout in, even though you might not be able to lean on your hands or you might not be strong on your feet, those type of things. So again, there's something for everybody with yoga. Um, what else can I tell you about myself? I am a former fat girl. I'm 5'5", and I used to weigh 280 pounds. I was morbidly obese about 10 years ago. I still kind of struggle with weight here and there. And so I try to be intentional about the things that I do in my life so that I can uh, not put myself on the path, or to keep myself off the path to go back to morbid obesity. Um, and it's less about, or I should say what it's less about. It's more about how I think about the world and how I react to the world and how I let those reactions um, inspire my relationship with food. Um, I used to be very insecure. It was easy to hurt my feelings. So if I was bored, or if I was mad, or if I was sad, or if I was anxious, I would kind of turn to the wrong type of things. I also hid. I let weight hide me. When I was young, um, I didn't. If I wore something fitting, I called a lot of attention to myself, and I didn't like it. So it was more comfortable for me to be able to gain a little bit of weight and not to get the attention that that I got sometimes that I just didn't know how to handle. So I had to mature out of that type of thinking as well and kind of eliminate self-sabotaging behaviors. And so that's kind of like it's a forever journey that I'm on, because when you're stuck in that way of thinking for decades, it's hard to turn around. So I live intentionally, and I try very intentionally to do things to keep my mindset positive, to focus on truth, and not to get bogged down by negative self-talk and that type of stuff. So that's me in a nutshell, just so you can know a little bit about me and my journey. But let's get into this yoga, okay? Travis Elliott, will be a power yoga, full body, 30-minute flow for strength and balance. Before I get started, I'm going to go do my normal, everyday warm-up routine, which is a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand. These are just things that I like to do intentionally every single day. They're good for you. The handstand is good for shoulder strength and core strength and balance. The back bend is really good for mobility and flexibility in your back and spine. I have some arthritis in my back, because I'm 57 years old, I'm getting older. I have some arthritis in my back, but I don't want it to get the best of me, so I intentionally do things to keep my spine flexible. Then I do headstands. I primarily do handstands because I can stay in a handstand much longer than I can in a handstand, and I can do it free, without the support of having a wall nearby. But it's so good for, again, it's still good for your core strength and your balance. But it's really good for getting just the blood flowing in the circulation. So if you ever have problems with, you have a very sedentary life and you get swelling in your feet and your ankles and your legs, and doing these inversions and staying in them, for a couple minutes, it actually really helps with your circulation. If you got good circulation, then you're not going to swell up like that. So I like to do those things. I always feel accomplished when I get a good headstand in as well. And it's a great way to get me pumped up and energized and ready to go into these yoga practices. So that's me. For those of you that are on TikTok, because I'm going live on TikTok and on YouTube. So If you guys can like and share, I'd really appreciate it. If there's anything else you want to do, that would be great as well too. But be sure to say hello in the comments and just say hi and where you're from and what you do for your own wellness journey. Anyway, let's get into this practice, okay? For my warm up, it should take no more than 3.5 minutes, and then I'll be ready on the mat. Hopefully you're joining me, and you probably need some blocks. Um, have those handy. I don't always use them, but sometimes I do. But it's just good to have props around whenever you're doing yoga. Okay, so let's do this. you guys ready for this yoga? Again, this is going to be a 30-minute full body power yoga class for strength and balance with Travis Elliott. What did I do?
Hey everybody, my name is to draw back towards the heels.
Sorry, he always does this long intro and I want to skip it.
Welcome to full body power yoga. Let's begin in child's pose, bringing the big toes together, opening the knees out and allowing the hips to draw back towards the heels. Extend the hands, the arms out in front of you as you allow the forehead to rest down into your mat. Close the eyes, bring the awareness inward. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, side out, let it go. As we step into this world of our yoga practice for the next 30 minutes, no responsibilities, no demands other than to just honor what it is that our body is speaking to us through that language of physical sensation. Establishing the foundation to practice by moving the breath along the back of the throat and allowing that steady breath to invoke a steady mind. In a few moments we'll start to build the energy, but if you ever want to take a break or even a couple of breaks, feel free to drop the knees and know that this child's pose is always here for you if you want. So with the breath and the flow, and with that mind deep in that yoga zone, the zone of presence, the zone of awareness, let's go ahead and start to ease into the practice by coming all the way up to all fours, tabletop position, stacking the shoulders above the wrists, setting the knees beneath the hips. From here, on the inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart forward and out. And then on the exhale, round the back, curl the chin in. A couple more like that. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Now come back to a neutral spine. Lift your left leg off the ground, parallel to the floor. Extend your right arm straight out in front of you, noticing that you still have the breath moving fluidly in and out through the nose. Drive down strong into that left hand as you activate the left tricep, the left shoulder, the left chest. And those two lifted limbs drawing out away from each other. One more inhale there. And then exhale, set it down. We'll switch to the other side. So right leg lifts up. Left arm straight out in front of you. And notice that your right hip is even with your left hip as all 5 right toes face straight down towards the ground. Your neck is long as you gaze straight down beneath the eyes. Give it one last inhale, pull out. And then exhale, set it down, tabletop pose. From here, step back to plank pose, upward push-up position. Finding that diagonal from the heels all the way through the top of the head, firming the belly, shift the weight forward, goodbye inhale plank, and then on the exhale lower slow all the way down to your belly. Release the tops of the feet, extend back through your toes, and then from here, cobra number 1, inhale, draw your chest up, and then exhale, chest and chin down to the mat. A couple more like that, inhale. Chest up, and exhale, chest down. One more time. Inhale, waking up that back and that spine. And then on your exhale, down dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips. First down dog of the practice, feel free to move your body around. You might want to pedal out those heels, stretch out the backs of the legs. Or any other movements that feel good to just help you start to eradicate some of that tension. And we eradicate the tension. At the same time, we also dissolve stress out of the mind. So by the end of the class, we feel restored. At the same time, we might even feel sweetly fatigued. Fingers spread wide as can be, palms root down into the mat. Give it a good by inhale, gently press back, down dog. And then on an exhale, we're going to walk the feet all the way forward to the top of the mat, spreading the feet out and lifting the hips. Flat back on the inhale, hands to shins, spine lengthens out. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. From here, on the inhale, rise and fly, both arms all the way up to the sky, interlacing all the fingers except the indexes. And then lean over to the right side. On the exhale, little side bend stretch. Come back up to middle on the inhale. And then W arms on the exhale. So draw the elbows to the ribs, gently lean back, look up. Inhale, arms up overhead, index is back up. And then lean over to the left side as you exhale. Come back up to middle on the inhale. And then forward fold on the exhale, melt over and down. Flat back on the inhale, heart lengthens out. Step back to plank, upper push up, lower down, same exhale, breathing up. Cobra on the inhale, draw the chest forward and up. And then exhale back to down dog, tuck the toes and lift the hips all the way up. Noticing that the breath is still waving in and out through the body as we come into our first initial warm-up series, allowing the breath to lead and guide the way. Take an inhale, stretch back to the hips, and then on the exhale, walk the feet forward, top of the mat, flat back on the inhale, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise and sweep both arms up, steeple, side bend over to the right, exhale. Inhale back to middle, exhale, W arms, spread through the chest. Inhale, steeple, side bend over to the left, exhale. Inhale, back up, and then forward fold on the exhale, chest out over the legs. Flat back on the inhale, step back to plank pose, lower down, elbows in, cobra, inhale, sweep, backward bend, and exhale back to downward facing dog. As we set up for one more round of those, so you feel the power of repetition, continuing to refine how you do what you do. Outer shoulders wrapping back, undersides of the knuckles gripping into the mat. Big inhale, stretch back, and then exhale, walk those feet, top of the mat. Flat back on the inhale, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, root to rise, arms up overhead, steeple, side bend over to the right. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, W arms. Inhale back to steeple. And exhale, lean left. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, forward fold, like a moving prayer. Flat back on the inhale. Step back to plank. Lower down with upper body muscle. Cobra inhale as you inflate the lungs with oxygen. And then exhale back, down dog. Good. Now from here, lift the right leg up, inhale. Right knee, right arm, exhale. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right knee, left arm, cross. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, knee to the belly. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right foot top of the mat, spin the back foot flat, warrior one. Take both arms and reach those all the way up to the sky as you still strong through the outer blade of your back left foot. Take an inhale, reach up through those arms. And then on the exhale, bring the hands around behind the lower back. Interlace the fingers. Take an inhale, draw the chest up. And then on the exhale, humble warrior. So you're going to drop your right shoulder down to that inner right knee, right thigh. Full body flow right now, getting into the hips, getting into the shoulders. Root down into that lower body, rise back up to your warrior one on the inhale. And then vinyasa on the exhale. So one exhale carries you down. One inhale spreads to the chest, cobra. And then exhale back to you, down dog. Other side, left leg up, inhale. Left knee, left arm, exhale. Inhale, left leg back. Left knee, right arm, cross. Inhale, left leg back. Knee to the belly, down the middle. Inhale, charge leg back. And exhale, top of the mat, back foot flat. As you're ready, go ahead and rise up. Warrior one. Strong in the lower body. Light in the upper body. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, hands behind the lower back and release. Take an inhale, draw up through that chest. And then exhale, humble warrior, dropping that left shoulder down. Breathing into whatever arises. And knowing that whatever arises, whether it's pleasure or discomfort, spaciousness or tension, it's all there for a very good reason. Root down into that lower body. Inhale, rise back up, warrior one. And then exhale, vinyasa. Lower all the way down. Inhale, sweet backward bend. And exhale back, down dog. All right, you guys, let's take that. Pick up the pace a little bit. Invoking a little bit of a cardiovascular effect. So here we go. Right leg up, inhale. Right knee, right arm, exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, cross left arm. Inhale, right leg back. Knee to belly, down the middle. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, top of the mat, back foot flat. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Hands behind the back, exhale, interlace. Inhale, chest up, lean back. Exhale, humble warrior, drop down. Inhale, back up, warrior one in the flow. Exhale, vinyasa, lower down in that yoga zone. Inhale, the zone of awareness. Exhale, down dog, other side. Left leg up, inhale. Left knee, left arm, exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, right arm across. Inhale back. Exhale, down the middle. Inhale back. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, behind the back, interlace. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, drop down, get deep into the left hip. Inhale, back up, warrior one, reach. And then vinyasa, lower down, steadily. Inhale, bend that spine gently. Exhale, down dog, keeping it flowing. Right leg up, inhale. Right knee, right arm, exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, other arm. Inhale back. Exhale to the belly. Inhale back. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, behind the back. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, drop down low. Now this time, inhale, rise up, warrior one. Keep the chest forward, but spread those arms out wide. Take the left arm and reach it underneath and around that right arm. So you come into those eagle shoulder arms. Keeping that on the inhale, elbows to sky. Exhale, drop down, inner right knee and thigh. Inhale, come up, lean back. Exhale, drop down. One more time. Inhale, come up. And exhale, drop down. Beautiful. Now inhale, come up. Keep the arms intertwined. Pop your left heel off the ground so you're on your back left toes. Start to lean forward on the inhale. Take flight on the exhale as you balance on your right foot, right leg. And how's your breath? Even if you're falling, even if you're struggling, as long as the breath is steady and smooth, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. From here, spread those arms out wide as can be. Bottom leg strong, spine extended out long. Give it a good light inhale there. And then both hands come down to the ground. Standing splits. So left leg still lifted up. You can always throw a block underneath your hands here if you want. Now from here, take an inhale. And then left knee, right calf on the exhale touch. Inhale, pump the leg back. Exhale, knee to calf touch. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee to calf touch. Beautiful. Left leg back, inhale. This time, lunge your left toes to the back of your mat. Exhale. So you're in a high runner's lunge. Now, we're going to lean into the left hand and we're going to swing that right arm all the way up to the sky, stacking both arms right on top of each other. Start to roll the right chest open as you inhale. And then extend that right arm forward and out. And as that right arm reaches forward, can you drive back through your left leg? Can you turn your navel towards that inner right thigh? Can you give that one last reach goodbye? Right arm up, inhale. Right hand to the ground, exhale. Spin your back left foot flat. Now lean to that right hand. Reach that left arm to the sky. Seal through the outer blade of your back left foot. Open up the left chest. And then extend that left arm forward and out. Extended side angle pose. Give it one last little reach. And let's warrior two. Go ahead and rise. All the way up to standing. Bruce Lee said the power of the human body lies not in its brute strength, but in its ability to bend, adapt, and flow. And so that's what we're doing. We're bending, we're adapting, we're flowing through all these positions as a way of igniting that true power. Good. Now, from here, pulse up on the inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, back down, warrior two. Inhale, float up. And exhale, float down. One more time. Inhale for elevation. Exhale, lower down for circulation. Flip that right palm up. Reverse your warrior, left hand outer left leg. Right arm reaches up and back as you get long through that right side body. Give it one last inhale, find your peak. And then exhale back to warrior two. Good. Now, right hand's going to come down inside the right foot, either onto a block or all the way onto the floor, side angle. Take your left palm, flip it back. Take your left hand, reach it around behind your lower back. Take your right hand, slip it underneath the right leg. And then come into a wrap, come into a bind. And then the challenge is can you do that without losing the continuity and the consistency and the persistency of that breath spilling deep in and out through the nose. So the more challenging the pose, the more breath you want flowing in and out through your nose because your breath is your fuel. Now right hand down, left arm to the sky, reverse the warrior, inhale, come on back. And then exhale, cartwheel, both hands down to the ground. Step back to plank up your push-up. Feet together. Spin into the outer blade, the right foot. Stack the left foot on top, side plank. As you lean into that right hand, left arm up. You can always modify this by dropping your right knee down. If you want a little more challenge, you can lift your left leg up a couple of feet. You find your variation. Now one last inhale there, and then exhale back to plank pose, upper push-up. Now check this out. Take your right hand off your mat over to the right, lower halfway down, chaturanga, inhale. Push up, exhale, bring the right hand back onto the mat. Other side. So left hand over to the left. Inhale, lower halfway. Exhale, push up, plank. Give it a good wide inhale there. And then exhale, lower down, light like air. Inhale, cobra. Electrify your spine. Exhale, down dog. Other side. Left leg up, inhale. Left knee, left arm, exhale. Inhale, left leg back. Left knee, right arm cross. Inhale, left leg back. Left knee to the belly, down the middle. Inhale, left leg back. Left foot top of the mat, back foot flat. Warrior one. And rise. Exhale, hands behind the back. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, rise, back up, warrior one. Keep the chest forward. Spread those arms out wide. And then take your right arm and reach it underneath and around that left arm for the eagle shoulders. Then on the inhale, lean back, elbows to sky. Exhale, drop down, and your left eye. Two more. Inhale, come up. And exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale, breath leads the way. Exhale, flow in the grace. Inhale, come back up. Pop the right heel off the ground, balancing on right toes. Start to lean forward, inhale. And then challenge that balance on the exhale. Now balancing on your left leg, left foot. Still breathing deep. Awesome, you guys. Spread those arms out wide. Get light. Get free. Like you're defying gravity. One more inhale to soar. Exhale, both hands down to the floor. Standing splits. Big inhale, right leg up. Right knee to left calf touch. Inhale, pump back. Exhale, touch calf. Inhale, press back. Exhale, touch calf. Inhale, right leg back. Now lunge the right toes to the back of your yoga mat. Set the right hand underneath the right shoulder. Lean into that right hand. Cruise that left arm up to the sky. Open up that left chest. And then extend that left arm forward and out as you simultaneously drive back to that right leg, right foot. Give it one last little reach. Left arm up, inhale. Left hand down to the floor, exhale. Spin the back foot flat. And then now lean into that left hand, right arm up to the sky. Get engaged to the outer edge of that back right foot. Roll the right chest open. And extend that right arm forward and out. And you can see we're covering a lot of ground in just 30 minutes. It's almost like compressing an hour-long class into half an hour. Give that one last little reach. And go ahead and rise up. Warrior two. Find the focus. Find the presence for 30 minutes. Everything outside that breath fades away, disappears. Beautiful. Front leg straight. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale one more time. Exhale, drop down. Now flip that left palm up. Reverse that warrior. Right hand rests wherever it feels natural for you in your body. And then that left knee deep. One more inhale to explore your edge. And then back to your warrior two. Good. Now left hand down. Inside the left foot. Feel free to use a block or bring one to the floor. Take the right hand, reach it around behind the back. Take the left hand, reach it around. Coming into that wrap. Back foot it strong. Try not to let the right chest collapse down. Pull the heart forward. Roll the right chest open. And keep sucking that air down deep and low. That's it. Left hand down, right arm up. Reverse the warrior. Inhale. And exhale, cartwheel. Both hands down to the ground. Step back to plank. Bring the feet together. Spin into the outer edge of the left foot. Side plank as you lean into that left arm. Right arm all the way up to the sky. You want to challenge the balance more? Go ahead and lift that right leg up a couple of feet. Very often, the greater the challenge of balance, the greater the demand of focus and concentration. One more inhale there. And then back to plank. Take the left hand over to the left. Lower halfway inhale. Push up, back to plank exhale. Other side. Right hand to the right. Inhale lower. Exhale, push up plank. Goodbye, inhale there. Lower down slow, exhale. Cobra on the inhale. And then down dog, exhale. You made it. Right leg up, inhale. Pigeon pose. Swing that right leg forward. Slide that left leg back. And as you're ready, allow that torso to drape out over that right leg. Few slow, deep breaths there. Giving that right hip a nice deep stretch. Slow the breath back down. Allow the heart rate to come back down. And then ease your way all the way back up onto your hands. Tuck the left toes underneath. Let that left knee, right leg comes back. Open up that right hip. Flip dog. Allow that right foot to come onto the floor behind you. Reach that right arm all the way forward. Lift that navel up to the sky. Do that one last little reach. And then right hand down to the ground, back to your down dog. As you're ready, left leg lifts up. And then pigeon on the other side. Slide that right leg back. Take those first few moments to get that body set up. And then eventually, a moment of surrender. One of the great teachings of yoga is the more that we learn to let go, the deeper that we move into the experience of transformation and awakening. But it takes true courage to let go and to move from certainty into uncertainty, from the zone of the known into the zone of the unknown. Ease your way all the way back up onto those hands. Tuck the right toes underneath, thread that left leg back and up, open up that left hip, and then flip that dog upside down as you extend that left arm forward and out. One last little reach there. And then left hand back to the ground, roll back around. Last down dog. Big inhale, stretch back, sink in. Release the knees down. Crawl the knees forward. Cross the feet behind you. And then go ahead and release. Release down into your back. Draw your right knee into the belly. Extend the left leg forward. Open the right arm out to the right. Take that right knee over to the left into a twist. Should feel blissful for that lower back. Right knee back up to middle. Same thing other side. Left knee in, right leg out. Left knee drapes all the way over to the right. back up to neutral. Draw the thighs in. Curl the forehead up to the knees. One last inhale there. And then Shavasana on the exhale. Release down to the back. Opening the legs, the arms. As we take these last several moments to rest in stillness. Shavasana. Nice and easily draw the knees or thighs back to your belly. And then gently rock and roll your way all the way up to a last final comfortable seat. Bring the hands to prayer position, sit up tall, eyes closed. Backs of the thumbs center the forehead for clarity of mind. Fingers to the mouth for thoughtfulness of speech. And hands back to the chest, to the heart for consistency of action, allowing our yoga to shine through all that we think, all that we say, and all that we do. That's it for this one. Thank you for your practice. Namaste. Alright, thank you so much for your practice. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how it was.
That was great. I loved it. I don't know about you guys if you did it with me. My heart was pumping, so when that opportunity to go into pigeon pose and slow it down, I was like, thank you, Jesus. I need this. I felt like it was a reward after some hard work. I love Travis Elliott. He has such good workouts. He can, get the blood pumping. He brings you down, and it's just good practice. Very efficient, very effective. I love it. I'm raring to go. I'm gonna have a great day. It's always great to start your day with something wonderful that energizes you, pumps you up, gives you peace all at the same time, so that you can just go into the day with positivity and peace. And that's what I have. I hope you do too. Hope you guys have a very blessed, fruitful, productive day, and I hope I'll see you back again tomorrow. I'll be here. All right, you guys have a great day. Take care.